so in the continued efforts of making these videos and me freezing myself off in the garage, I do have a floor heater in here. We are doing part 2 of my first part of unboxing all my TRZ stuff. So I've been like procrastinating this because it's been so cold, but I don't really care anymore. I have all this shit here. I need to get it dry fit and mocked up so I can get the front end back on wheels, because my next adventure is going to be fitting up these coilovers that I got from Yancey over at Viscous Performance. Sorry, I keep looking back there trying to like eyeball what I'm doing. I did kind of like mock it up a little bit, like just eyeballing it. It's looking like I'm gonna have to call Nick back at TRZ and get their like angle. They have like an angled 10-degree, like a 10-degree offset ball joint, and they're aluminum, which is cool. So I'm gonna have to scoop those up because I got a lot of ball joint angle and this thing's real low to the ground. But that's cool, no big deal. They're lighter anyways, which is cool. Ounces become pounds in race cars, I'll tell you that right now. Every ounce counts. And if I can replace it with a titanium bolt or an aluminum one, you best believe I'm going to, because I want this thing as light as humanly possible. We are going for nothing left on the table with this truck. No expense spared. Yeah, somebody told me, Yancey told me, he goes, I'm like John Hammond from freaking Jurassic Park. No expense spared. And yeah, it's just kind of funny. But yeah, we'll get into it today. I gotta get these gloves off so I can actually get after it. But we're gonna do a little assembly video of the wheels and the spindle mounts. I'll probably do like a time lapse of that just because it's gonna be a little bit time consuming. But I'm gonna have to clear some space up on my toolbox right here so I can get that done. But yeah, we'll get after it, and I will film and document, and I'll stop and I'll kind of explain what I'm doing once I get everything back towards the truck and we get started installing it. But yeah, we'll see. By the way, it's freezing. It is 14 degrees outside. No, I'm sorry. It was 11 when we drove. We went to the hardware store. It was 11 degrees with a wind chill of feels like -2. But yeah, I posted a video this morning and everyone was tripping out because I'm in shorts, but I got my UGG boots on. Hang on, let's see here. Let's see, look, I got my thugs on. Oh wait, hold on. Got my thugs and my shorts, so you can't take the California out of me. Come on. Come on with it. Oh, look at this, peeping the new merch, look at that. That's my boy fucking Easy right there. He's from Texas, West Texas. Actually, I think he's from Lubbock. Way up that way in the middle of nowhere. It's cold. It's way cold fucking there, I'll tell you that right now. But let me get into it and let's get it going. All right, so we got everything up on the bench. Our toolbox, workbench, worktop, yeah, whatever. I got the instructions out. I had to make a phone call. I had to ask a couple people a couple questions on how to set these things up. It means I've never done it before. So figured out that there is a lip seal back here, obviously, to keep the grease in, because you do pack these bearings. But we're gonna go ahead and start opening all this stuff up and start fitting it all up. But yeah, just follow along. Like I said, I'm gonna get into a time lapse really quick, so follow along and let's get this thing done. All right, we'll take an intermittent pause from the time lapse, but I got one together. Ooh, god damn it. Oh yeah, I got my thugs on. These are actually real Uggs too. I just call them my thug boots. But this is what it looks like all bolted together. The bracket. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna put, I'd imagine it goes on the opposite side of the steering arm. For what I'm doing, I kind of want it out of the way and towards the back. So that's how I'm gonna do it. But it gives you options to kind of put the caliper bracket on the front of the back. But the billet steering arm, yeah, it's a cool deal. So I got the bearings for these things that I'm putting in the wheels and the freezer right now so I can freeze the races and shrink them. And then I'm gonna put a little bit of heat on this thing right here and get it toasty so I can open up the clearances, because heat will make it grow. I'll shrink the bearing down so I can drop them down in there, and then this wheel is done. I actually got to get some new hardware for this. They didn't come with the correct hardware for the rotors. I don't know if I just didn't get it or I misplaced it somewhere, but I don't have it. So I need to call Nigga TRZ and get that sorted out, but no big deal. We're moving forward. I have tons of nuts and bolts and old stuff. So I believe those are some from like an old Willwood setup that I had. So it worked out. But we're going to keep forging forward. I'm going to jump us back into the next time lapse. I'm going to heat this thing up, drop the bearings in, and then I can be able to put this thing on there. So, yeah, we're real close. But stay tuned. We're rolling. The frustration was real. Anybody ever put spindle mounts together? Anybody ever try to get that inner race on both sides of the wheel? What a bitch. I need to buy a press. Mandatory press. Could have solved a lot of my problems, I think. But I got them in. Got it all bolted up. Got it all dry fitted. I mean, everything's pretty much Loctited, but you get the gist. We're going to do the other side. The other side will be a lot faster because I kind of know what I'm doing now. Not that I didn't know what I was doing before. I just trying to understand what does what and how to do what to make all of this what go together. I'm gonna put the caliper on it right now and we'll be ready to rock, and then I can at least bolt this side up, kind of get an idea of where we're at, where we're going. There it is. It's all bolted up, all assembled. It's really clean. It's a pretty simple setup other than getting the races in the wheel for the spindle mount. Yeah, it works great. And it's not even that it's like there's something wrong with the wheel. It's just, that's the hardest part about it. But we're gonna go ahead and get this thing bolted up. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Let's bolt. All right, here we are. Yeah, we got to get this thing bolted up. Should be pretty straightforward. Take these castle nuts off here. Sorry, my joystick thing died, so we're gonna be relying on me holding this camera. Not the whole time, but I'll prop it up here in a second. But yeah, ooh, yeah. We got like I said, I'm gonna change these ball joints. I'm gonna put the aluminum ones in it for some weight purposes, and it gives me the better ball joint angle, which is really cool. It adds like a 10-degree taper to this thing, so when it's up at full ride height, it like tapers the ball joint so it's not some funky angle. I just think it's going to help. It should help a lot, actually. I mean, just as far as like getting the alignment and all that good stuff. Let's see here. Hold on. Hold the phone. Batman. Oh, yeah. We got our thugs on. Everyone makes fun of me until I fucking tell them it's like putting your foot in a sheep's ass. And then they're all about the UGG life. Let's see here. Hold on. Sorry. I have to get propped up. The thing's about to die, so hopefully it doesn't die in the middle. It probably will die in the middle of my video, you know? That's just normal. That's par for course. Let's see here. All right. And just like that, we got the wheel bolted up, upper and lower ball joints where they need to be. I got some washers over here, extra parts, right? Light is fast. Man, that's so nice. That looks so bitchin' with just the single bolt right there. Always been a fan. No lug nuts. Unnecessary weight, as most of my friends would call it. That's what they tell everyone. That's what I tell everyone anyways when I'm doing some crazy crap to my trucks, like taking weight off and doing all kinds of weird shit. Unnecessary weight. Now we just gotta see if we can make the steering that I had in here work. If I have to, I might have to make some new tie rods. No big deal, I can weld some stuff together. I got some chromoly and we'll do that. Man, maybe we'll even get into some titanium. My buddy Kelly was telling me about some titanium stuff. We'll see. We'll see how light it is. But I will get creative. I have a couple ideas actually that I haven't really told anybody about that I plan on doing, as far as like doing some trick stuff with, oh man, those are not happy. Doing some trick stuff with some titanium. Maybe even some aluminum. I'm gonna put a wishbone in this thing. I'm trying to decide if I want this on the bottom or the top. I'm thinking I want it on the bottom. Yeah, the top's gonna be too much of a dangle of the angle. Well, I don't know. Because then when I drop this, when the suspension drops out, it's probably gonna be happier. Yeah, we'll try that for right now. I was having some technical difficulties, but my phone died, my gyro died, everything was just not having it. It's freezing cold in this garage. So I just went ahead and just finished it because I wanted to finish it for the sake of just putting it back on tires. But yeah, there we go. TRZ uppers, lowers. I gotta cut this off right here. I'm gonna put my own steering stops on. I'll weld something a little nicer on there. But that is a 2-inch drop spindle from TRZ. That's their spindle mount setup. TBM, single piston caliper rotors, and single piston caliper, and then their rotor. And those are V-Series. Super cool setup. I'm actually really juiced on it. It looks badass. This truck in general just looks cool. Let me see here. I'm gonna cut some of this old steering stuff off here. I'm gonna get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Next, now that I got everything mounted and it back up on tires up here, I'm gonna start taking it all apart and cleaning it up and painting everything that I need to paint. And then I'm gonna address this firewall now that I can kind of picture what I got going on. So I cleaned everything up. I'm gonna repaint all this stuff up here. I'm gonna end up having to cut a lot of this stuff out to clear the blower. And the blower is looking like it's gonna hang out. The bell mount's gonna come out the grill a little bit. I have no choice. But we're getting there. But yeah, all that TRZ stuff is really bitching. Super nice. I reset the ride height on the truck, so it's pretty low. Came down in the back about 2 inches, and then the front about 4. Lower center of gravity. We're gonna see what we can do with this thing, but yeah. I appreciate everyone tuning in and watching it. We're getting a ton of views and a lot of comments. I appreciate all the support. I'm gonna keep the videos coming. I got a lot of stuff from my welding section of my garage shop coming, so I can get all these bins and stuff out of here and put away. Got some cabinets. I'll film a whole section about setting all that up too, because I think it's important, right? If the better you're set up, the more efficient you work. So I'll have my little fab section. I'll have my little engine area. So I do a little bit of everything. So I want to make sure I have everything dialed in. But it's cold. I'm going inside. I'm gonna spend the night with my kids, and we're gonna get back to it. It's a work week, so I'm gonna get after it this week, and then hopefully this weekend I can start kind of coming up with this week I'll come up with a game plan on what's next for the truck. Other than just doing some of the cleanup stuff, I really want to start wiring it, but I'm trying to just make sure I have everything to do that. I'm missing some stuff, but I'm gonna kind of figure that out this week. I got to do some brainstorming on that, but kind of figure out what the next steps on the truck besides getting all my shocks. But for the most part, this thing's ready to go, man. It's really close. Like I said, just a lot of like cosmetic stuff that I want to kind of do, and just to finish the wiring and then just cleaning it up. But it's a gangster. I'm tired, had a long weekend, so we're gonna get back into the house, and I appreciate it. Make sure everyone likes, subscribes, keep commenting, keep viewing, share my videos. Let me know what you like. And then, ooh, my lights went out. Uh-oh, maybe power outage. Wonderful. I'm gonna get back inside before my wife kills me. So I'll talk to you guys. Thank you.